Welcome to day 5 of Inktober 2019 with the prompt word build. If you're one of my regular viewers, you are probably a little surprised right now that you're not seeing my desk, but instead the real outside world. That's partly, or actually a lot, in thanks to my friend Marsha Furman. Put a link to her channel. She has a channel called Art by Marsha Furman, so you can check out her area of the internet. And she invited me to an Urban Sketching DC event last Saturday, so I decided to tag along. And on some reflection, when I was just looking through the footage today, I decided maybe it will suit the prompt word build for a couple of reasons. One, there is a building here, the Union Market, and also it's part of a urban sketching event, which I think is a chance for artists to build a community. Especially a lot of artists I know, me included, are either introverts or introverted extroverts or some sort of mix in between where we can often get a little bit in our own headspace or wanting to stay inside of our own rooms and our own art studios a lot of the time. And it can actually be really healthy for you to just get out and meet some other people. And if you don't have an urban sketching event near you, you should consider starting one. Sites like meetup.com can be really useful for that. And so here are all the finished sketches from the day. There are some beautiful pieces from the people that turned out. It was a lot of fun to chat to some new faces and actually some familiar faces, because even though this is the first time I've ever filmed myself doing urban sketching, I actually go to urban sketching events fairly regularly, at least since I've moved to DC I do. In Japan it was a bit tricky because of language barrier. So here are all of the people, or almost all of the people, that were sketching on this day, last Saturday. So thank you so much to everyone that chatted to me and I got to hang out with. But I felt like I didn't really finish in the less than an hour or so that I had for painting. So I decided today, as part of my Inktober practice, to finish this piece. I'm using my perfect palette. That's a bit of a joke that I set up on a video a few weeks ago. I actually have decided that it's perhaps not the perfect palette because I don't have a grey. I thought it would be okay just having the shadow green and a dark blue and some purple to mix with, but I actually do think I really want a grey, like a Payne's grey or a sepia or something very dark. So I'm also using my Winsor & Newton travel set that you can see just placed above that. This blue though is really lovely. I think it's an M. Graham one. It's just such a beautiful colour that was allowing me to do some really cool shadows, I think. And I just play around a little bit, adding some more depth and contrast. And I also use a brush that I was using on the day last week for the very first time. A travel brush, the Escoda Versatile size 12 round. Wow, what a brush. Let alone a travel brush. It's just such a cool brush in general, but the fact that it's also a travel brush and the fact that it's so aesthetically looking cool and has this awesome handle to paint with and to hold, it just feels magical to work with. And I'm also using my Velvet Touch Princeton brushes, which also feel really lovely. And I got them recently in a Palette Packs, I think. And so yeah, I'm just adding some more details. I also want to do some inking of the lines. I definitely knew that for sure. But I decided that I also want to tone down some of the colour on the Union Market sign. And so I just go over that with a Caran d'Ache Luminance white pencil. It's a little short, so I'm using the Caran d'Ache pencil gripper there. And then I start to do my inking. And I think the inking really helps this piece to come together. It's not amazing or anything. It is just an urban sketch, and I spent maybe an extra hour, probably half an hour, I don't know, half an hour to an hour at home. So in total, the whole sketch has been done in less than 2 hours, and I'm pretty happy with it for a quick sketch. And the most important thing is when you go back later, you just have really lovely memories. I did a recent sketchbook tour of many places that I visited, and many of those were urban sketches. And I got such lovely feedback and comments from that video, so thank you so much if you took the time to leave a comment. And yeah, just the moment I see those paintings and sketches, I'm just flooded with memories. And I actually have a quite terrible memory, so this is a really great way to remember things. I also decided that the building had gotten a little bit too out of hand with the colors, so I decided to try seeing what will happen if I add a little bit of watered down white gouache on it, and I actually really like that effect. And so that's the end of this piece for day 5 of Build. I hope that you've enjoyed my urban sketching Inktober adventure, or half urban and half at home on my desk. And I'll see you guys soon for another prompt word. I'm trying to release videos every day. I'll see how I go. And the next word up, day 6, is husky. If you're doing Inktober, I hope that you're keeping up with it and I hope that you're enjoying yourself. And remember to just not stress too much and to try out new things and have fun. Oh, don't forget, if you're new here, feel free to subscribe, click like, and comment down below. I would love to hear from you. Okay, take care everyone. Bye.